Coming up tonight at 6, the State Department of Health updated the state's COVID response after seeing a sharp incline in new cases. We'll break down some of the latest guidance for you tonight.
Plus, our back-to-school coverage continues tonight in Covington County, what students and parents need to know before heading to the classrooms.
The heat is still on out there for a lot of people, and we now are seeing a few showers and thunderstorms roll into the area. Full forecast coming up, but first, your news at 6 starts now.
We're proud to always be on your side. Good evening, Pine Belt. This is WDAM 7 News at 6.
Good evening to you, and thank you so much for joining us. I'm Carrie Leggett-Brown. The Mississippi State Department of Health held a press conference earlier today to issue an update on COVID-19. Caroline Wood joins us live in the studio this evening with a breakdown of the new recommendations. Good evening, Caroline.
Good evening, Carrie. According to State Health Officer Dr. Thomas Dobbs, 95% of new coronavirus cases are among unvaccinated people. Additionally, Dr. Dobbs says the majority of new cases are from the Delta variant, which we're told is very infectious. According to the State Department of Health, there were 5,155 positive COVID-19 cases between June 30th and July 13th. That number grew to 12,453 cases between July 14th through the 27th.
We're seeing outbreaks everywhere. So anywhere that unvaccinated individuals are getting in group settings, we're seeing high levels of transmission that's occurring. So we're covered up with outbreaks. You know, we're identifying them in all sorts of gatherings.
The State Department of Health recommends all individuals, regardless of vaccination status, wear a mask in public indoor settings. We'll have more on the updated guidance tonight on WDAM 7 News at 10. Reporting live in the studio, I'm Caroline Wood. Carrie.
All right, thank you so much, Caroline. With COVID-19 cases on the rise, Forest General Hospital will be putting new policies into place. Effective Monday, August 2nd, patients in the hospital will be limited to 2 visitors per day. For those in the emergency room, visitors will be limited to only 1 per patient, and more than 85% of the cases have been in unvaccinated patients. Doctors at the hospital are urging those who haven't done so to get vaccinated to help stem the spread of the disease.
These vaccines have been as effective as any vaccine ever developed, and they remain our best way to slow the spread of this deadly virus. They not only prevent infection, they also are extremely effective in reducing the severity of disease, risk of hospitalization, and risk of death.
Last week, more than 400 new cases of COVID-19 were diagnosed at the hospital, numbers that haven't been seen since January. Now let's check in with our weather team. Brandon, I know that we're under heat advisories today. Is there still any effects going on or anything people should know, any updated information?
Yeah, Carrie, the National Weather Service is going to continue that heat advisory until Friday. And so, again, we're going to stay under that heat advisory. Still going to be seeing heat index still above 100 degrees as we continue for tomorrow and going into Friday as well, too. But we'll start things out at Forest General Hospital. Could see a potential shower thunderstorm roll through parts of Hattiesburg after the next couple of hours. Hopefully, temperatures right now 86 degrees. It feels like 95 out there. Getting a south wind at 7 miles an hour. Here's a look at the radar, though. I'll go into a little bit of that right now. Again, some of those showers and thunderstorms still staying for many of our southern counties right now. Parts of Forest County seeing some of those. Also going into Lamar County, just parts of Purvis seeing those as well. We'll have more on that forecast coming up shortly. Carrie?
We continue our back-to-school coverage tonight with a preview of what's to come in Covington County schools. Our Charles Harrington joins us live in the studio to tell us all about it. Charles.
Good evening, everyone. Covington County school administrators are hoping to use lessons learned from the first year of the COVID-19 pandemic to improve education for students. Tonight, we hear about new policies and procedures from School Superintendent Babette Duty, and we speak to a former school principal who's taken on new duties and a brand new administrative position.
We were all trial and error last year, and so now we know the things that did stick and the things that did not. We learned a lot last year, so I think we'll build on that.
Covington County School Superintendent Babette Duty plans on keeping what's worked during the pandemic and changing what hasn't. One thing that worked last year was bringing back students gradually. The school district used a staggered start to begin last school year. That'll take place again this year, but just for elementary and middle school students. Some of those grades will start on Monday, August 9th, while others will begin on Tuesday the 10th. But grades 9 through 12 will all start together on the 9th.
The older kids will come back in full from the very beginning, our 9th through 12th graders. The high school teachers felt like they needed everybody from day one.
Duty expects most everybody to be in class for school this year. Last year, many students opted for virtual learning from home, but Duty says this school year, distance learning will only be approved for a few students.
That would be someone that has a medical condition or someone in their immediate family that the doctor recommends that they not send the child in the household to school, and they'll have to prove that with documentation.
New leadership is coming to several Covington County schools. Duty says 3 new assistant principals have been hired. They'll work at Hopewell and Seminary Elementary and Seminary Middle School. Former Seminary High School principal John Chancellor will take on a new role this year in a new position as Director of Operations for the school district.
I'm responsible for the physical workings of the district, transportation, maintenance, custodial, any new projects we have upcoming. I'll be responsible for those.
Duty says 2 ongoing roofing projects, one at Collins High School and the other at Mount Olive Attendance Center, should be wrapped up this fall. Total cost of that work is about $700,000. Now, of course, on Tuesday, the CDC said all teachers, staff, and students in schools should wear masks indoors regardless of vaccination status. But Superintendent Duty says for now, the Covington County School Board is encouraging only unvaccinated people in school to wear masks. Carrie, back to you.
All right, thank you so much, Charles. Day 1 is in the books for the Columbia School District, and the students and faculty are ready for the rest of the year. The day kicked off with the senior class coming in like they do every year on a flatbed truck. After going with split classrooms last year, some students in person and some virtual, everyone was excited to be amongst each other and 100% in person. The Columbia School District has about 1,600 students.
One thing I think we learned from all this coronavirus stuff and all the things that we've dealt with over the last few years is that we need kids on campus. We need kids in front of the teachers, especially at this age. And so we're excited now that we're in a place where we can have every single student back on campus.
Columbia is only the 3rd school district in the Pine Belt to start back up for the 2021 academic year. A new academic year and a new superintendent for the West Jasper School District. Dr. Kenitra Easy says she's been very busy since her first day a month ago. Mia Monet caught up with the new leader today and shares her vision for the school year.
Dr. Kenitra Easy got into the driver's seat of West Jasper School District on July 1st, and she has not lifted her foot off the gas. She's been busy building a team to help her get things in order for the school year. She's already added 3 key leadership positions at the school and district levels.
Incorporated an instructional facilitator for our Stringer campus, as well as an instructional facilitator for the Bay Springs campus. And we've been able to bring back a familiar face to serve in the capacity of curriculum/professional development coordinator.
The familiar face is none other than Dr. Kisa Pope. Pope served as the Bay Springs principal for a few years. Under her leadership, the graduating class of 2020 raised more than $7.7 million in scholarships.
So the fact that I know the team players, they know me, and we're just ready to get on board to support Dr. Easy and make West Jasper all that it can be.
To do that, the new superintendent has started working on building a better way to communicate with the community by creating a better digital footprint for the district.
I know that social media is the method by which most people communicate these days, and we want to get on that bandwagon. We're also going to revamp our district website so that we're able to keep people current and up to date.
She's also been working closely with the CDC to determine how the district should react to the new Delta variant COVID strand.
For the safety of our students and our staff, for these next couple of weeks into the school year to wear a mask, and my school board and I will closely monitor the CDC guidance.
If you would like to meet Dr. Easy and ask her more questions in person, she will hold a meet and greet Thursday night in the Bay Springs gym from 5 until 7.
Thank you, Mia, and that's a wrap of our back to school coverage today. For a look at the latest headlines and start dates, head on over to our website or download our news app. Topping our crime tracker tonight, a suspect wanted for the sexual battery of 2 minor children has been arrested. The Jones County Sheriff's Department, along with the U.S. Marshals Service, captured Donald Wayne Jordan last night. And Laurel Jordan made his initial appearance in court today, where his bond is set at $50,000. Also arrested was 41-year-old Tiffany Moses. She's charged with hindering an investigation. Her bond is set at $5,000. Developing on the coast, 1 airman is dead and 3 others were injured in an accident today. We're told the airman was assigned to the 81st Training Wing at Keesler. At this time, the cause of the incident is still under investigation. No additional details have been released on what happened. Now let's turn things back over to Brandon for more on your weather. Brandon.
Again, keeping tabs with the heat that's out there. A few showers and thunderstorms for some of our southern counties, but we could see some of that move in centrally. We'll have more after the break.